Hello Capricorn, it is Crystal Raven coming to you for your September reading. And September is really exciting because Saturn, which has been retrograde, and that's the planet of karma, is going direct in September. And so we get to see what energies are actually coming in for us and what karma is coming in for us. I picked up 2 new decks. I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards for the overall monthly energy by Colette Baron Reed. And at the end of the reading, if you stick around, I have these new karma cards, and it actually tells you what the outcome of the karma is, what karma was needed to be learned, and what energies to embody during that time. So giving you a little heads up before September, kind of how to embody this energy, how to use it, and it's really been helpful, so please stick around for the end of the reading for that. And then for the overall tarot reading, I'm using the Spellcaster's Tarot, and then I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot, okay? All the decks have been pre-shuffled off camera just to save on time, okay? I will shuffle once in front of everyone so that you know that the cards have been shuffled. Also, I read from the sign I'm reading for, so Capricorn, I'm reading as if I'm you. If the story is reversed, just reverse it, okay? It doesn't mean that it's not your story. If it's not your story, don't make it your story. Don't make things fit. But if it's your story, it's just vice versa. Then just flip it. And I think that's it. All right, let's get started. Spirits that guide me, angels that protect me, goddesses and my God, please be with me right now as I give Capricorn a reading for the month of September. Thank you so much for the messages that you give me, the visions you give me, helping me see clearly to help be a vessel for your message for the collective. Thank you for everything that you've given us, everything that you've taken away. Thank you for all the tower moments in our lives and all the epiphany moments where we finally caught on. And thank you for having the mercy to not be upset with us when we didn't. Thank you for everything that you give us, Lord. Okay, guys, I'm going to shuffle once. Also, sometimes I can, and I don't realize I do it, stutter another sign, okay? If I do that, if it resonates with you, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay? At the beginning of the read, I will say, hello, Capricorn, or whatever. That's the reading I'm doing is for Capricorn. But when I get in the energy, that's energy even around you. So if there's a Scorpio around you and I pop off Scorpio in the middle of the reading and you're like, oh my gosh, my person's a Scorpio, that could be significant for you, okay? If you think it's way off field and you're like, okay, is this reading for Capricorn or Scorpio, then it doesn't mean anything for you, and it is for the Capricorn reading, okay? All right, Spirit, thank you. We've got one card out here. It is 51, breaking down to a 6, Moonlight. Oh, Cappies, Moonlight. I'm going to read out of the book because I'm learning this deck along with you guys. I mean, of course, I looked at it and read it and all this, but I can't remember everything. And what they say in the book is so just perfectly said. I don't want anyone missing out on how wonderful these cards are. Okay. 51. Your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, logical, and analytical. Follow it. Ooh. Moonlight beckons. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second-guessing yourself, for the alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Remember that the language of an institution is the symbolic one. It comes subtly through the hunch and tingling, a clear sound or an animal or object crossing your path. Spirit is sending you messages to help you now. Success is yours if you follow the signs. Alright, and sorry guys, I do stutter when I read out loud. It's a weird thing. It's only when I read out loud. I think it was because I was so afraid as a kid to do it in class, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, moving on. So your intuition is hot right now, is what Spirit is saying. You're knowing exactly what's going on. You are able to read between the lines. You're seeing clearly. It's beautiful. That's really beautiful energy. All right, let's see what the tarot says. Spirit, give me some messages for Capricorn for the month of September. Capricorn for the month of September. Capricorn for the month of September. Thank you. Okay. Let's get these ones off the ground. We have the Sun and the Two of Wands on the ground here. So, what we see is the Knight of Swords, the Hangman, Two of Wands, the Sun. What we don't see, Queen of Pentacles, and the Death card. Okie dokie. So, what this is telling me is, for the Capricorns that I'm picking up on, is that I'm picking up two different energies. Okay, for some, you were in a hanged position until some truth, some communication came through. You were about done with this whole situation. You didn't know what to choose. That's why you were in the hangman position. And communication started flowing, and you started listening to Spirit. See, he's talking to the bird that's tied to his ankle, letting God lead his footsteps. You started listening to Spirit. It came to light, just illumination. You started growing. Your spirit started growing. You stayed right where you are as your you know, the Queen of Pentacles is that wife or husband, that perfect wife or husband. You know, you stayed in your relationship and fixed it, and you killed off anything, any negativity, any doubt, anything that was ruining this relationship before you're done with it. If you could be at the grocery store and realize you do a bad habit, or your partner does a bad habit, and I could see you being like, no, stop, no, we're not going to do that no more. I've never liked that, and I don't like that, and I never will like that, so don't do that. It's like you're getting real honest with your partner, and just not dealing with any BS with anybody, workplace, anybody, okay? The second half that I'm getting is that communication came in, some truth came in that got you out of your hangman position where you made a decision, because this information turned this illumination on, and it just illuminated the entire situation, and you were like, wait a minute, okay, you know what, nope, I want to be where I want to be, in my own security, my safety, my sanity, and you're cutting off the stuff that was making you feel like the hangman. Okay, that's the two messages that I'm getting. Those are the Capricorns I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. What is this Knight of Swords? Please clarify the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Thank you. Knight of Swords. You got the Seven of Pentacles with the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. What this tells me is that, yeah, there might have been a relationship that became very mundane. You know, you worked really hard at it. You could have been together for 7 years or more, and you really, really just worked at making it work. And that's where you were in that hangman position, because you didn't want to walk away from something you invested so much of your time in, but you also you know, had this idea of something new, something different. And instead of going out and doing things, you held your emotions in and only shared it with this person that you've been with for so long. And by doing that, the Ace of Cups popped up, and both of you can see that you want this relationship. Okay? That's what I'm getting for the ones that are staying in a relationship. For the ones that are not, there could have been somebody that was at a job for 7 years and was doing some things behind people's backs and trying to offer a cup of love to someone else, and that information came in. It's like you knew about this, but there was no solid proof, and that was where you were in that hangman position. You were just waiting for some solid proof. Well, that solid proof came in, and it helped you make your decision, because everything's been lit up, and now you're just taking your secure self elsewhere because you're done with it. Clarify the hangman, please. Yeah, yeah. Oh, goodness. The hangman. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here, I'm going to go on a little tangent here for just a second before I show you these cards. There's this thing going on about the twin flame, soulmate connection, things like that, right? And a lot of people, because some things from our past were coming up, were believing that that person was indeed that twin, or whatever the case may be. And you've known them your whole life, you grew up with them, you know, stuff like that. And it was like in all the readings. When I do readings and stuff like that comes up, especially through karmic cycles, it's like, what is it from the past you need to heal and deal with, right? So that can be even the way you talk to yourself, your negative self-talk, whatever it is that you're doing that needs to be cleared out of your life because it's toxic and then taken away. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's your soul connection. It just means that there was something left that wasn't healed there, and now you have the opportunity to heal it and release it so you can move forward. And with this hangman situation, there are some that held on so much to this, the person from the past is my twin, I must hold on to them. Two of Wands, I must choose them. I've still got to make a choice. I still got to make a choice. Okay, I'm going to leave my home and go be with them because I can't get them out of my head. I can't get this prison to stop inside my head. I have to leave. I have to leave and do what I need to do because I remember how good it felt to be with them. That's for some. Okay? Don't hate if that's your situation. I'm just picking up on situations. I've heard a lot, and there's no judgment at this table, and I've done a lot. You know what I mean? So like, don't get defensive. I'm just calling it the way it is. And that can make a confusing situation for anybody, okay? So let's see with these Two of Wands what you chose to do with your Two of Wands, because some people left their home, some people broke up with their spouse to go figure out some things, you know, some people stayed with their spouse and understood what this all meant, you know, there's a lot of dynamics with this. What's this Two of Wands, please? Clarify the Two of Wands. Clarify the Two of Wands. Okay. Hey. Okay, yeah. So we got the Ten of Cups, the Three of Wands, with the Eight of Wands. For the people that are staying in their relationship, very, very quickly are you reminded that that is your wish come true. That is what you've been praying for. And it's a quick thing because you're just listening to spirit, and then all of a sudden you see them in a different light, and you're like, well, wait a minute. And it happens fast. and you're like, you're what I've been praying for. It's like that one song, if you like pina coladas, right? And it's really his woman that comes to meet him at the bar, and it's like, well, I never knew you like that, and getting caught in the rain and all this stuff. It's like opening up and realizing that talking and communicating, actually, you don't know that much about each other anymore, and you're starting to do that. And once you do that, you realize that this is what I've been wanting all along, and boom, as soon as you realize that, you're jumping into the sun energy, which is like enlightenment for days. Okay, I think this love you have for each other, it only had a hiccup because you couldn't let go of something that had kept you so imprisoned. Okay, but once you let go of it, you know what your happy is, and you want to go forward. What's the sun, please? Clarify the sun. Clarify the sun, please. Clarify the sun. Go down there. Go on, go on, go on. Clarify the sun. Okay. So we got the Lovers and the Devil. There you are. With the Empress. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Again, like I said, this is quick. Here you are. With this sunlight, you're no longer blind, and you see the lover that you have is your divine partner. You see it. You're like, wow, okay. That's insane. That's insane, especially when there's so much confusion over here, and it is like so many, like I said, I even listened to him. So many readers was like, this person from the past, blah, 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 they really want you, this and that. Well, maybe they did, but that doesn't mean that was going to happen or work out or whatever. Everybody's different, but getting so caught up in a confusion like that is hard. And, some people, unfortunately, did leave their physical situation. Some did not, but some did. And because they just can't get it out of their heads. This is Queen of Pentacles. The Star. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Go on with your bad self. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. What we see is the Star, restoring balance, the Magician, realizing that you can do anything you want to, Four of Pentacles, holding on to everything you got, the Hermit, with the Chariot, and the Knight of Pentacles. What this tells me is that in your power, you've brought your own balance. You realize that you can do things on your own if you want to. And you had to go into that hermit stance. You had to take a break. You had to step aside to figure out what you wanted, to figure out what you needed. And so you made a choice with the Chariot, with the Knight of Pentacles. You went towards what has been slow moving in progress, which a long-term relationship of 10 years or more is a slow moving relationship, or it can be. And you're just now, if you're just now both awakening and understanding the process, yeah, that's a slow moving night. But now you're building that security, you're talking, that communication is coming in very quickly. And since you chose to stay there and work that out, you move right on into the death energy, which is just cutting stuff out your life. The Chariot is a victory. Whichever way you chose, you're victorious in that field, whichever field you drove on, Clarify the Death card, please. Clarify the Death card. Okay. Let me get the card that flew over here real quick. Oh, make me stand up. Yeah, so for the Death card, you got the Seven of Swords that came out, the Seven of Cups that came out, and the Six of Wands. Okay, so what's dying off? Dying off is the lies and confusion. That's done and over with. Your intuition is too high now. There will be no more lies or confusion in your world. Why? Because you've learned. You learned the lesson. You people look up to you, wonder how you got so smart. How did that happen? How do you know this stuff? You know, all these things because you learned. You cut out the BS. And you realized what your happy was, and you listened to spirit, and you got illuminated, and you connected in a way that you didn't think was possible anymore, and you got out of that headspace. That is beautiful, guys. That's beautiful. Okay, let's get this karma cards out. So the way I have to read it, there's 12 cards in each pile, and the piles consist of the planets. Signs go in the middle, 12 cards for signs. And then we got the houses, 12 cards for houses, and it goes on the right side. So let me shuffle real quick, get some messages for Capricorn. What did this karmic cycle teach us? And what were we supposed to learn, and what's the outcome? Capricorn, September, the karma outcome. Capricorn, September, the karma outcome. Okay, guys, and the red is going to be from a stance of what we should do in this energy, and then the blue is the actual outcome. And so I will read it with the red first and then the blue. And then there's spiritual, mental, and physical. So what this whole cycle did and what it's needing you to do with your energy is spiritually wise to cherish your vision as a full-time job. Yeah, your intuition right here with the moonlight. You guys have mad intuition. You guys can really speak to people and know things that other people can't know or don't know. And that just, and it doesn't have to be an intuition job. You can just follow your intuition on starting your own business and thinking, you know, hey, I should probably do this. I'm really good at it and I could really, you know, do good for myself. Do that. For your mental space, it was to enjoy what's new and different about serving. Okay, realizing maybe that you enjoy actually being in the service of others. That's how you show your love and compassion. That's how you show that you care about the world. Even in the smallest of ways, you're showing what your compassion is by serving others, and you enjoy doing it now. It's not even an issue. You want to. In the physical, charm, art, and beauty are the way to use an unconventional way and do it a little at a time. Okay, so maybe you want to start like a nonprofit, or maybe you're wanting to feed, you know, the homeless, or whatever's going on in your mind right now, because I'm really feeling entrepreneurial, you know, nonprofit organization. Do it a little at a time. You don't have to rush. You don't have to jump right in the deep end. You know, just take baby steps. And if you take baby steps and don't overwhelm yourself, you can do it. So what is the outcome? In our spiritual space, the outcome is the attraction of genius to experiment with service to others. Okay, so you've gotten smart on how you want to help the world or help less fortunate or whatever. You're coming up with great ideas on how to be of service to others. In our mental space, it's pleasure from the discoveries of what is good for us. Realizing that when we give to people, when we give back, when we give of our time, our money, sometimes our space, when we give that time, it's precious to that person, because maybe that's the only person that they see, you're the only person they see that day. And you're understanding that, yeah, it may be a service to in you, in a sense, because it's not something you would normally go do, is go sit with somebody that, is in a nursing home or something, but it's something that you're getting pleasure from now. You're enjoying doing that because you realize that life's not short, or life is short. Life's so short, and when it's dragged on and you're in, that much of a condition where you can't take care of yourself because you've lived that long, and nobody comes to visit, it's a sad thing. And so you're just thinking of like different ways of how to make sure everybody feels like they're important and special. And it's really great energy. It's really great energy. And you're enjoying it. You're getting pleasure out of figuring out how to help people. And I think you actually enjoyed the energy too, because I feel very giddy about it. So in the physical, the karma that's coming for the physical is good times resulting from the eccentricity of your work. If you can, take your idea and sell it to someone, you'd be very lucrative, okay? I don't know what it is that you figured out, as far as service to others, or how that can play a role in what you want to do for your work, but you are truly inspired by helping others. You figured out that your true happiness is to help others that don't have what you have. And even ones that do have what you have, you still help them no matter what. And your intuition is telling you, we got to be there for our brothers and sisters. We just got to be there and help. That's beautiful. That was a beautiful, beautiful reading, Capricorn. Thank you so much for staying and sticking for the karma cards. These cards are amazing. I'm so glad I got them. If this resonated with you, please subscribe, hit the like button, throw some comments. I read every single one of them. Even if I don't get back with you, I have read it, and it just makes me so happy to have the support to, hear you guys' stories. I appreciate the exchange of energy, and I just wanted to thank you guys for that. So like, comment, and share, and have a wonderful September, guys. Thanks. Bye.